Number 15. The most isolated place alive. Imagine waking up in a community where the nearest city is nearly 1,150 miles, 2,816 kilometers away. And the only way to leave home is by crossing one of the world's roughest stretches of ocean. Welcome to Tristan da Cunha, officially recognized as the most isolated, permanently inhabited island on Earth. Rising from the South Atlantic Ocean, this remote volcanic island is part of the British Overseas Territory of St. Helena, Ascension, and Tristan da Cunha. It sits about 1,050 miles from Cape Town, South Africa, and more than 2,000 miles, 300 km, from the coast of South America. As of 2025-2026, the island's population is only around 230 to 240 people, with every resident living in a single village called Edinburgh of the Seven Seas. There is no airport, no bridge, and no regular passenger ferry. Instead, a handful of fishing and supply ships make the week-long journey from South Africa each year, while rough seas can delay arrivals for days or even weeks. Covering just 38 square miles, 98 square kilometers, the island is dominated by Queen Mary's Peak, a volcano standing 6,165 feet, 2,062 meters above sea level. Number 14. Why no airport exists. For most places in the world, building an airport is simply a matter of money and engineering. But on Tristan da Cunha, nature makes that challenge far more complicated. The island was formed by volcanic activity millions of years ago, leaving behind steep cliffs, rugged lava fields, and sharply rising mountains instead of long, flat stretches of land. At the center stands Queen Mary's Peak, an active volcano reaching 6,165 feet, 2,062 meters, while much of the coastline is surrounded by rocky shores and powerful Atlantic waves. Tristan covers only about 38 square miles, leaving almost no suitable space for a runway that could safely accommodate modern aircraft. Even if one could be built, the island's unpredictable weather would create another major obstacle. Thick fog, strong crosswinds, heavy rain, and rapidly changing conditions are common throughout the year, making takeoffs and landings extremely difficult. Instead, the island depends entirely on the sea. Supply and passenger ships travel from Cape Town several times a year, with each voyage taking about 6 to 7 days under favorable conditions. If storms prevent ships from docking, essential supplies, including food, fuel, medicine, and mail, must simply wait. Number 13. A population smaller than a school. One of the most surprising facts about Tristan da Cunha isn't its size. It's the number of people who call it home. As of 2025-2026, the island's population is only around 230 to 240 residents, making it one of the smallest permanent communities on Earth. Every single person lives in the island's only settlement, Edinburgh of the Seven Seas. There are no other villages, suburbs, or remote neighborhoods. In fact, the entire population is smaller than the number of students in many elementary schools. Most residents are descendants of just a handful of settlers who arrived during the 19th century from countries including Britain, Italy, the Netherlands, the United States, and St. Helena. Because so few families established the community, only a small number of surnames, such as Glass, Green, Hagen, Lavarello, Repetto, Rogers, Swain, and Patterson, are still common today. Despite their diverse origins, generations of living together have created a remarkably close-knit society where nearly everyone knows one another personally. Family ties, shared traditions, and community cooperation remain central to daily life. Number 12. A community without private land. Life on Tristan da Cunha follows a system that is very different from what most people are used to. Unlike many countries where land can be freely bought and sold, all land on the island belongs to the community and is managed under local regulations. Residents cannot simply purchase large estates or invest in property as outsiders might elsewhere. Housing is generally allocated to island families, and farmland, known locally as the potato patches, is shared among residents for growing potatoes and raising livestock. This unique approach has helped prevent large economic gaps and kept the island's limited land available for future generations. With such a small population, cooperation is far more valuable than competition. Neighbors regularly help each other build homes, repair equipment, harvest crops, and prepare for the arrival of supply ships. Community projects often involve volunteers, and important local decisions are made through the Island Council, working alongside the administrator appointed by the United Kingdom. While everyone has different jobs and responsibilities, the sense of equality is striking. Number 11. Animals found nowhere else. Tristan da Cunha may have a tiny human population, but its wildlife is extraordinary. Millions of seabirds gather across the island group each year, making it one of the most important bird breeding sites in the South Atlantic. Among its rarest residents is the Tristan rail, the world's smallest flightless bird, found only on the nearby island of Inaccessible Island. Because it evolved without natural land predators, it lost the ability to fly over thousands of years. The archipelago is also home to the northern rockhopper penguin, famous for its bright yellow crest and remarkable ability to leap onto rocky cliffs. Around the islands, southern elephant seals, subantarctic fur seals, dolphins, and several species of whales can often be seen, while the surrounding waters support a rich variety of fish and marine life. Many of these species depend on Tristan's isolated environment, where human activity has remained relatively limited. This unique ecosystem has earned international recognition, with several islands designated as UNESCO World Heritage Sites for their exceptional biodiversity. Number 10. Why crime is almost unknown. One of the most remarkable things about Tristan da Cunha is how rarely serious crime occurs. With only around 230 to 240 residents living together in a single village, anonymity simply doesn't exist. Almost everyone knows each other by name. Many are related through family ties, and generations have grown up side by side. In a community this small, trust becomes one of the most valuable resources. Homes are often left unlocked. Neighbors look after one another, and children can move around the village with a level of freedom that has become uncommon in many parts of the world. This doesn't mean the island is completely free of disagreements or minor disputes, but problems are usually resolved within the community before they become something more serious. Tristan da Cunha has a local police officer, basic legal services, and laws based on the British legal system, yet major criminal investigations are extremely rare. The island's isolation, combined with strong social connections and shared responsibility, naturally discourages many of the problems found in larger cities. Number 9. The island's surprising economy. At first glance, it may seem impossible for such a small and isolated island to support itself. Yet, Tristan da Cunha has built a surprisingly stable economy by making the most of its limited natural resources. The island's largest source of income is the Tristan rock lobster, a premium seafood highly valued in international markets, particularly in the United States, Europe, and Japan. Sustainable fishing is carefully managed to protect lobster populations while providing jobs for many local residents. Revenue from lobster exports helps fund public services, infrastructure, healthcare, and education across the island. Agriculture also plays an important role, with families growing potatoes and vegetables while raising cattle and sheep, mainly for local consumption. Tourism exists but remains intentionally limited because of the island's remote location and the small number of visitors who can arrive each year by ship. Additional income comes from the sale of collectible postage stamps and commemorative coins, which are popular with collectors around the world. Number 8. The volcano that changed everything. On October 10, 1961, life on Tristan da Cunha changed almost overnight. After weeks of small earthquakes, the island's active volcano erupted, sending lava and ash across parts of the landscape. Although the eruption was not one of the largest in modern history, it posed a serious risk to the island's only settlement, Edinburgh of the Seven Seas. With no way to predict how the volcano would behave, authorities made the difficult decision to evacuate the entire population. More than 260 residents first traveled by fishing boats to nearby islands before eventually being transported to the United Kingdom. For many islanders, it was their first time living in a modern city with busy streets, factories, and thousands of people. While they appreciated the support they received, many struggled to adapt to a lifestyle so different from the quiet community they had always known. After scientists confirmed that Tristan da Cunha was safe again, the British government allowed residents to return. In 1963, the great majority chose to sail back and rebuild their homes rather than begin new lives elsewhere. Number 7. Life against the Atlantic. Living on Tristan da Cunha means adapting to one of the most challenging environments on Earth. The island has a cool oceanic climate, with temperatures usually ranging from about 52 degrees F to 68 degrees to 20 degrees C throughout the year. While extreme heat and freezing cold are rare, strong Atlantic winds, frequent rain, and rapidly changing weather are part of everyday life. Storms can generate massive waves that make it impossible for ships to dock, sometimes delaying food, fuel, mail, and medical supplies for days or even weeks. Because there is no airport, residents cannot simply fly out when conditions become difficult. Careful planning is essential, and families often keep extra supplies in case deliveries are postponed. Farming is also challenging, as powerful winds and salty sea air limit what crops can be grown successfully. Even routine activities, from fishing to construction, depend heavily on the weather. Despite these obstacles, islanders have learned to work with nature rather than against it. Homes are built to withstand harsh conditions, daily schedules remain flexible, and the community has developed a remarkable resilience over generations. Number 6. When medical help is days away. Healthcare on Tristan da Cunha is unlike almost anywhere else in the world. The island has a small medical facility that provides routine care, emergency treatment, maternity services, and basic dental care for its residents. A local healthcare team, supported by visiting doctors and specialists from abroad, handles most everyday medical needs. However, because only a limited range of equipment and specialists is available, Serious illnesses or complex injuries present a much greater challenge. There is no airport for emergency air ambulances, so patients who require advanced treatment usually must be transported by ship to Cape Town, South Africa. A journey that typically takes 6 to 7 days. Depending on sea conditions, in exceptional situations, if a suitable vessel is nearby and weather permits, emergency evacuations may be coordinated with external authorities, but these cases are uncommon. This reality means prevention and preparation are especially important. Residents receive regular health screenings, emergency response training, and vaccinations, while medical supplies are carefully managed due to the island's isolation. Number 5. One of Earth's largest marine sanctuaries. Few places on Earth have protected nature on the same scale as Tristan da Cunha. In 2020, the island's government designated nearly 700,000 square kilometers, about 270,000 square miles, of surrounding ocean as a fully protected marine protection zone, one of the largest marine protected areas in the Atlantic Ocean. The reserve safeguards approximately 90% of Tristan da Cunha's waters, creating a safe haven for countless marine species and helping preserve one of the world's most untouched ocean ecosystems. These waters are home to endangered seabirds, seals, whales, dolphins, and unique cold-water marine life found in few other places on Earth. Strict conservation rules limit commercial activities while allowing carefully managed local lobster fishing, ensuring that the island's most important natural resource remains sustainable for future generations. The surrounding islands also provide critical nesting grounds for millions of seabirds, many of which breed nowhere else in such large numbers. For the people of Tristan da Cunha, protecting the ocean is not just an environmental goal, it's essential for their survival, economy, and way of life. Number 4. Everyday life feels different. Daily life on Tristan da Cunha moves at a pace that feels almost forgotten in the modern world. There are no traffic jams, shopping malls, fast food chains, or busy highways. Instead, most residents begin their day by walking to work, visiting neighbors, or checking weather conditions that often determine the day's activities. Many people hold multiple roles at once. A fisherman may also work in the island's administration, a teacher might volunteer at community events, and farmers often help maintain public facilities. Children attend the island's only school before joining sports, music, or outdoor activities in the afternoon. Television and the internet are available, but community gatherings remain an important part of life. Residents frequently come together for celebrations, sporting events, church activities, and volunteer projects that strengthen the island's close relationships. Shopping is simple, with a small local store supplying everyday essentials, while fresh vegetables, potatoes, and locally raised meat continue to play an important role in family meals. Number 3. Modern life finally arrives. For most of its history, Tristan da Cunha was one of the least connected places on Earth. News arrived by ship, letters could take weeks to reach their destination, and communicating with the outside world required enormous patience. Today, that reality is slowly changing. The island now has internet access, mobile phone service, and satellite communications, allowing residents to stay in touch with family, access online education, manage government services, and connect with the wider world more easily than ever before. Although internet speeds are still slower and less reliable than in most developed countries, recent upgrades have significantly improved daily life. In 2025, Tristan da Cunha also became visible on Google Street View, giving millions of people their first virtual tour of the world's most isolated community. For the first time, anyone with an internet connection can walk through the streets of Edinburgh of the Seven Seas, explore the harbor, and experience the island's breathtaking landscapes from thousands of miles away. Yet, despite these technological advances, life has not changed as dramatically as many might expect. Number 2. Can the island survive? Despite its peaceful lifestyle, Tristan da Cunha faces important challenges that will shape its future. With a population of only around 230 to 240 people, maintaining a stable community is becoming increasingly difficult. Many young residents leave the island to pursue higher education, professional training, or specialized careers in South Africa or the United Kingdom. Although some eventually return, others choose to build their lives elsewhere, making population growth a constant concern. Like many remote islands, Tristan da Cunha is also feeling the effects of climate change. Rising sea levels, stronger Atlantic storms, and shifting ocean temperatures could affect the harbor, local infrastructure, and the sustainable lobster fishery that supports much of the island's economy. At the same time, leaders continue investing in renewable energy, improved communications, better healthcare, and environmental conservation to strengthen the community's resilience. Tourism is expected to remain small and carefully managed to protect the island's fragile ecosystem rather than maximize visitor numbers. For Tristan da Cunha, the future is not about becoming a major destination or a modern city. Number 1. Why they never leave. For many people, living without an airport, shopping malls, or easy access to the rest of the world would seem unimaginable. Yet, for the people of Tristan da Cunha, this isolated island is far more than a remote place on a map. It's home. Many residents have family roots stretching back more than 200 years, and generations have grown up surrounded by the same rugged coastline, rolling green hills, and close-knit community. Here, neighbors know one another by name. Children grow up in a safe environment, and people rely on cooperation rather than competition. While young islanders often travel abroad for education or work, many eventually return because of the strong sense of belonging they cannot find elsewhere. They value the slower pace of life, the breathtaking natural surroundings, and the deep trust shared among the community. Of course, island life comes with real sacrifices, access to specialized health care, higher education, and many modern conveniences requires long journeys across the Atlantic. Even so, most residents believe those challenges are outweighed by the peace, security, and connection they experience every day. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey to Tristan da Cunha, the world's most isolated inhabited island. If you enjoyed discovering places that few people ever get to see, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next adventure. Share this video with friends who love travel and fascinating facts. And let us know in the comments, could you live on Tristan da Cunha? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, thanks for watching.